You know what we need today? I've kept you a day in the waiting. Defenders at Man United should equal the best team on planet football. I'm not going to mess around as well. I'm going to show you guys who I've got in mind. Now, I am pixelating this out. I'm going to go for the slow reveal. Firstly, showing you, however, Garnacho's at Torino. The grass isn't always greener, my friend. Or not my friend. Probably not friends with Michael Carrick, but here we go. Here are the two players we are choosing from, William Pacho or Bastoni. Two left-footed centre-backs, and the one I see more real is the lower rated of the bunch. Now, Bastoni's not rated in Italian football, especially for the mistake he just made against Bosnia. 127.9. I can't lie, is affordable, and we're going straight for it. No messing about. He looked amazing in that kit. Because we've got a league to win, and that defender should hopefully help us win it. Already joining the best defense, we are through, almost in the league phase. We're essentially through, and we've got a trip to Chesterfield. Hopefully not what my club Grimsby Town did to Man United in real life happening here, as we could play Bayern Munich, but Arsenal are second in the league. We are a very different looking Man United. Focus on Bruno and Carrick. Under the lights at Old Trafford with Bastoni immediately starting and hang about. We're the home team. Now it's actually the CPU's fault. They're not changing their colours. It is not my fault for once. Cole Palmer onto Dembele. Bastoni in the back line with Baleba and Bruno Guimaraes in front. Brian Mbeumo down this wing. The side we've built with Man United. So impressive. Maybe realistic, or unrealistic, should I say, as we should have got the shot off with Dembele. First chance in this game. Bukayo Saka, however, back to Martin Ødegaard. If we win this, they're unfortunately 8 points behind us. As yes, the gap is already massive, and Bastoni going in for the slide. It's what he's known for at Azzurri, as here goes number 67, Dembele, cuts inside, goes for the shot. David Raya, what a save. Going short with the corner, however. Cole Palmer turns, almost, close, but not close enough. Passing a little bit scratchy. Look at that from Diamande. Needs to get back into the back line. Bastoni left on his own. Dorgu with a lot to prove. Now being by far the lowest rated player. Zubimendi over the top to Saka. Saka back to Martin Ødegaard. Bastoni's in the way again. And let's go again. Cole Palmer. Hogan still left on the bench with Cunha cutting inside. Cole Palmer, he can go down low. Another save, David Raya. Them low drivens usually do work. Cole Palmer all the way back to the edge of the box. Bastoni, if he could have an assist. Bruno Guimaraes ready to strike it. In, dare I say it, the most boring game ever. Keeping us still top of the league with Chesterfield up next. The reserve team will play, and the reserve team will get the result. Maciel. He came on for Hogan, grabbing his first Manchester United goal in them colours. Before we move on to Chelsea, getting the win with 10 men. Baleba suspended. And Mbeumo was suspended for the win against Bayern Munich, which is then kind of backed up. A 1-1 draw with Newcastle. We are really forcing that rivalry, and Bodo Glimt beat everybody, including our first fatigued team. That was the main team, yes, as we conceded a lot of goals there. Oh no, we didn't actually. The goal difference is superior. That's what I was actually looking at, and Liverpool are 10 points behind. Arsenal 9, as the most important game coming up is going to be Liverpool away in the cup. So I'm going to sim some games going up to that, see what happens in the meantime. Taking a loss in the derby, beating Sunderland, and the month before, a 1-1 draw with Brentford, the Bees. That's all fine, and definitely a bit of a kit clash, but I don't mind it with Liverpool. Definitely can tell with us having more white to the kit. Need a win here, though, to go through in the cup. Minor team changes. That's an odd back pass into Kobe Mainu, playing that centre-back role, and Hogan obviously into the squad. Dorgu getting a lot of minutes, potentially needing a rest at some point. Bruno get us an early lead. Amad Diallo looking for a gap here with Liverpool. Ball gets tackled, falls to Carmona. Brilliant ball. Amad Diallo tries to drag away, and he was offside anyway. What a pass, however, by Carmona. As McAllister into Isak. Brilliant tackle, Bruno Guimaraes. And we go forward again. Come on. Got to be beating Bruno Guimaraes. Bastoni with a brilliant header. Amad Diallo, he was took out, and that is the run We needed Lee Kang in though, found by his ex-PSG teammate. Lee Kang in. He nets again. What a player this man is. Making sure I still win the cup games because I want to try and get that treble. That's an excellent way of going about it. Dorgu, though, into Ousmane Dembele. Hogan. Can he try and beat? I think that's Cody Gakpo or Ryan Gravenberch. And he does. Let's get to the edge of the box. Dorgu. Bruno has the space to try something. A minor injury for Amad Diallo will require Brian Mbeumo to come onto the field as Hogan. He's done one. Hogan, he's done 2, 3. I can't even count the players up because Hogan, he's unstoppable even at Anfield. The next David Beckham has his first FA Cup goal of the season. He even confused me with the running. Look at the POV, just head down, goes for goal. A brilliant strike as Diallo's off for Brian Mbeumo, like I just said. Later on into the game, Dominic Szoboszlai. Tackle. And Kobbie Mainoo to run away with the ball right here. He does have Hogan. He does have an excellent bit of speed. Dembele. Hogan, you've got to reach him. Oh, that's not good on Saliba. I think if they don't get the ball again, that's a red card. And it is only going to be a yellow. A very lucky boy after his goal is Hogan. Saliba didn't look happy as I've still got to change this team around. Fresh-faced and ready for some Premier League action. Kobbie Mainoo stays in. Over Belabor, 2 ratings lower but 2 years younger. And we've got to play Kobe. The amount of Manchester United youth we have here who I want to utilise. And that includes Liam Duggan, who doesn't see as much game time as Heaven, who's constantly starting in the squad with Cardosa, 71. If we still had a lot of seasons left, he would be playing as a 3-0 win over Burnley and a 2-1, with Bastoni actually scoring against Crystal Palace, and a draw by a Leverkusen away leg first. With the games I missed, a cup win against Spurs, get in there, putting us in a quarter-final of the FA Cup. Forest, I reckon we can win this. As long as we don't draw City, and an injury to Diomande means we have to go in Leverkusen. 3-3 draw. Before this almighty clash, and Bayer I have actually let be in their home kit. We're going to be in our away, although it is at Old Trafford. As we can pretend we're trying to sell this kit, I just want to play in something different. Let's go and get the win. 3-3 draw must have been exciting in Germany. Before, hopefully, fireworks here. Federico Di Marco getting really far forward. Mazza into Ezequiel Palacios getting around us. Hugo Ekitike, Liverpool man, had to get an interception. Bastoni still doesn't clear this. Palacios is sliding in everywhere, almost bottling it like he did for Azuri. Look at the pressure. All over us a Bayer, and they've actually won a corner. Corner ball goes in to Ekitike at the back post. Free as a bird, and Patrick Dorgu. Let's try our first attack, shall we? In towards Cole Palmer. Palmer hits Bruno Guimaraes back into Palmer. Finesse shot outside of the box. What a catch. Not only save, and this is a tough game, but if we keep on pressing like that, we definitely still stand a chance. Cole Palmer, the ball at his feet. Look at the skill to try and get away from Alex Garcia. Does do. Forcing a corner ball, and if we can get a header to it like Ekitike did for us. Hincapié away onto Mazza. Hakimi. They've even got Hakimi. What a team. What a team. But it's still 3-3 on aggregate. Of course we get the boring one. To play in ourselves as Bruno G picks up this ball here. Bruno Guimaraes on the turn. Mateus Cunha in towards Patrick Dorgu and Bruno. Oh dear, I needed a turn. Garcia is going to release Tillman here. He's around Patrick Dorgu, around Bastoni. What a tackle. Because that was going to be a certain goal. Garcia. Palacios through onto Hugo Ekitike. If we don't win this game, we are going to massively regret it as Cole Palmer looks over the top. Dembele looking for Brian Mbeumo, keep the pressure on. I think Cole Palmer should have had the biggest chance, or has had the biggest chance. Should have scored it. Brian Mbeumo, that is a dodgy little touch to give Cole Palmer the ball. Lee Kang-in's got to come onto the field, same as Sheshko, same as everybody, making the changes as Cunha spins around. Dorgu's through the middle. Patrick Dorgu! Yellow card. Ex-teammate DeMarco to switch the ball in. Kobbie Mainoo, however. Can we just counter-attack Lee Kang-in with a beautiful ball? towards Brian Burmo. He crosses it first time. Sheshko, you've got to hit it. Score, my friend. Score. Bruno Guimaraes heads the ball down. Lee Kang in. He's usually the one to clutch up. 93rd minute. His first UCL goal at Old Trafford. Squeezed through with a 1-1 draw with Villa. Following up, and this could be a short episode. Yes, we've only just signed Bastoni. But Olympique Lyonnais after Nottingham Forest in the Cup. We could leave this at Lyonnais. I think we should beat them in the first leg anyway. First of all, Forest in the Cup. Can we win this? Can we get through? 4-0 on the night. Palmer, Dembele and Buemo and Dorgu, who we've actually never seen score in a game because I really want to see his face scan. And that gives us Newcastle, City out, Brentford or Charlton if we beat them. With the league still on the line. Bastoni suspended, Diamande injured. I'm going to take them both out. And the first leg is a 2-0 defeat. Tessman and Fofana are going to test Man United in the next episode.